The message of this reading is just as direct and strong as you seem to be, represented by the Emperor. You are, as I say, locking in or whatever. You're focused, you're determined, you have a sense of self-control, self-discipline. You're probably feeling quite strong. You have the world on your mind. So basically, the way I'm seeing this is you're looking at stepping into a new chapter. You're done grieving the loss of the old or the old you or whatever it might be. Or you're just looking to transition, elevate. Like, it's not that things were horrible, but it's like your perspective is shifting. You found motivation, you found inspiration. And kind of what's crossing you, these three cards, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Knight of Swords. So you're moving swiftly, taking action, doing whatever needs to be done, putting in the footwork and so on, and sort of just optimistically anticipating the result of that. Whether it's something you're anticipating to come towards you or to happen within you. I mean, it could be anything from workout results to starting a business to whatever. You know, you may get like a touch of uncertainty here and there, or you may be fluctuating in your finances, or just your situation isn't necessarily completely in place yet, if that makes sense. But it's good because I think you're finding a new way of operating in the world, a new way of approaching the world, approaching the task at hand, approaching relationships, approaching yourself even. Ahead of you is the Queen of Wands. So this is a very inspired and creative energy. Also, when it comes to the King or Queen of Wands, I see this as someone who built their kingdom from the ground up. Nothing was inherited here. You also probably don't mind stepping outside the box or looking at things from an unusual perspective or being perceived as unusual or whatever. I don't think you really want normalcy. I think you're letting your creativity shine, basically, and also really embracing it on an internal level. And so, again, with the fluctuation of your, we'll just say stability as a blanket term, although that doesn't feel quite appropriate. Your perspective is just getting to the other side. You know, it's not really focused on when or how. It's just taking the actions, knowing you'll get there. And, you know, with the outside influence being the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of like time keeps going and you're sort of dictating your place on the wheel, because even if you're down, the only way to go is up. And even if you go back down, you know you'll go back up. It's moving in rhythm with life is sort of how I'm seeing it. And you're choosing a sense of victory for yourself. With the Five of Wands, this is a competitive energy. It can even talk about like sportsmanship. So if you're in any kind of like competitive field, or you're just putting in your efforts to reach certain goals or whatever it is, you have that fight in you. You're choosing. So the thing with the Lovers is this is really a card of a decision point, a crossroads of, are you going to go down the unknown path of adventure and expand beyond what you've always known, or are you going to return back to normalcy and essentially mediocrity? And you are choosing the beyond. You are choosing to elevate. You are choosing to you know, victory, whatever that may be for you, on a grand scale or a small scale or whatever. I'm going to pull an advice spread. Before I do that, I want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all the extended versions of these readings go, as well as other exclusive content and monthly art prints. It is a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. That being said, if you want to book a personal reading with me, I have several options for personal readings available on my website, in the shop. I also have a couple of paintings up for sale if you want to check those out. So this is clarify. So again, this is sort of it starts off with the Lovers. So again, this decision point, right? Because this is a very independent reading. This doesn't have to do with other people. That doesn't mean you don't have other people in your life or whatever, but this isn't about them. You know, I think that you've had some clarity on past mistakes or choices you've made, because it's almost like you've learned a lot through that process that you're taking with you. Or at least that's the encouraged message here. And, you know, basically putting your heart into what you do. Choosing to no longer ignore that the old is fucking done, dude. So if you haven't come to that conclusion yet, come to that conclusion. Your old life, your old situation, your old whatever the fuck, that's behind you. It's also sort of encouraging you to be a bit conservative with the energy that you give to people or anything really outside of your main motivation, your main goal, your main whatever. This will allow things to progress forward for you in a very positive way. Basically conserving your energy, because when you have a lot going on and you're trying to show up here and you're trying to show up here and you're trying to show up here and everybody's like trying to fucking reach out for this and this, you know, it's distracting. The shit is distracting. And it's good to be helpful, right? It's good to be present. It's good to be social. It's good, all that stuff. But there's certain periods where it's important to prioritize just you and what you are trying to do, and sacrifice even aspects of your life, if not just temporarily, to reach a goal, to gain deeper understanding. But the thing is like, this isn't an intense or difficult thing, really. I mean, although the effort maybe isn't easy, you know, there's labor is labor, right? But you're enjoying it as you go. You're celebrating the like milestones and the moment, and you're just, it's sort of encouraging you to just be optimistic about what you're doing and keep going, and watch how much is drawn to you just through that process. I bet you would actually be surprised, because you start to, when you're really living in a positive truth and you feel good about what you're doing and you feel motivated and you feel excited and life is good, that all shines out of you, right? That's what starts to pick up the magnetism or the momentum to bring more of it to you. So basically, keep doing what you're doing. I don't really see anything to be concerned about here. So I'm going to take this to the extended reading on my Patreon. If you want to join us over there, awesome. If not, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day.